How you doing today? My name's Doc Yo. How you feel today? Yeah. I'm like doing what I gotta do today. You know what I'm saying? Every day's a good day. Remember that. Never let nobody tell you nothing. Okay? About it ain't a good day. It's a good day. Anytime you see something like this, paid, that means somebody got some dough, right? Anything you like this, plans, that means you're doing what you need to be doing. This life is for those who are real. Okay, let's keep it moving. You know, I mean, like show and tell. Some of these things are so real. Okay, check this one out. Lies, people say, games, people play. Okay, all right. I mean, there's so much stuff I got for you today. You know, how you feel today? You cool? Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Everything is so nice. You have to. You have to be happy with yourself first. So you say, good morning to me. Good morning to me. Give yourself a hug. That's all you got to do. You don't let nobody tell you nothing. They was talking about this thing right here. Driving a truck. You know, you gotta start from somewhere, especially when you ain't got. But you got, but you don't got. You got, but you don't got. So you got to get some business smarts. You don't work for nobody, but you can lease your time out with a price negotiation, and then you take that and then you move up and then you plan to do some other things, you know? Let's see what's this here. Okay. Alright. Okay. Got more papers that need to be filed up, you know what I'm saying? Here go one. Don't. Let's talk about this right now. Let's talk about bipolar. Let's go to the prefix bi, which means twice. Let's go for the polar. The pole is the policies, right? Two policies between God and the earth, right? And let's go for the word E-R-A-R-I-R, which is E-R right here. E-R. Right there. Yeah. So when they talk about bipolar, they're talking about certain people that's special on the planet. Ain't that something? Nobody knows that. Nobody knows that. Even the ones that went to school, they got programmed to tell you what they want you to hear. So they say you got bipolar, you got something wrong with you. No, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's something wrong with the people around you. Okay, let's get that straight. Okay, you have what they call, you are who you are. You have been chosen to do certain things on the planet. And you have a double spirit within you that is growing and needs to be taught. And there's no one to teach it. You got people that call themselves in the Catholic Father. They can't take you nowhere. They can't take you further. They can't do nothing. Okay, they running around having sex with little boys. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the ones that minister, and they supposed to be administering the rules and regulations from the Levites, from the law of Moses with Abraham, and they don't do that. So what are they administering? They're administering that, get that dough, get that money, get that dough, get that money. Well, the church need this, and pass the bowl around. It's like the Super Bowl in church. You know, they always got something, you know, extra gift, offering, this offering, hallelujah. Okay, then what we got? You got the rabbis, right? The rabbis, the rabbonis, right? But what are they really doing? Well, we give them a little slack. A little slack. If they melanated, Because if they're melanated, they can pull in energy to receive and to give out. If they're not melanated, they lying. They lying, and they pants on fire. It tells you in the scriptures. In the King James, which is a British Bible, that means that the British is still ruling. Okay, but now we're talking about the bipolar, because they say bipolar. They say when you're bipolar that you need medication, you know? You need separation. You need space and land. You need thoughts. You need what they call guidance. And this is what the doc is here for. There's many docs. You got Doc Love. You got Dr. York. You got Doc York. That's the three that I know. And they all live in me. So I'm not bi, I'm tripolar. How about that? Okay. Now, getting back to what we're singing. All these hitmen, what they call doctor, you see, they here to prescribe. And now when they say prescribe, that means pre-written. It was already pre-written. So they already know from the list what to give you, so you can be zombified. When we say zombified, you could be a dead walker. If you ever wake up, somebody reports you get $50, and then they're gonna get you and put you under observation. They call it observation, and then they ask you, have you made contact with the other worlds? Now they spend billions of dollars in NASA, which is really NASA is really Nazi. That's what I said. I didn't bite my tongue. I said NASA is Nazi. They took all the Nazis, the engineers after World War II, and brought them over here so they can work on the projects that they was working on. The war, that was just to eliminate the so-called ghouls. G-E-W, ghouls. And they call, the language was not Hebrew because they couldn't articulate the sounds. So it was Yiddish. They speak Yiddish. They don't speak Hebrew. You see, because they can't talk right. They don't have, in their vocals, they can't pronounce the words. They speak grunts and growls. Like that. It's Yiddish. And they wanted to get rid of the Yiddish people, who call themselves Jews or ghouls, because the J and the G is the same letter. If you write a G, I write now. Yeah, I can do that one time. One time. That's it. I don't like to keep reiterating, but I'm gonna do it one time for you. One time for you, and you can do it to someone else. Everybody gotta learn sometimes, and you gonna learn right now. Hey, how you doing? My name's Dr. York. They call me Doc York. Now you got the G. You got the J, and you got the G. But the G keeps going. It keeps going. So it ends up like this. The J goes like that. Okay. You got the G and the J. It's the same damn thing. You see? It just, the G keeps going. It goes back around. Now all letters from the square and the circle, or the square and a circle, which is both 360 degrees. It's 360 degrees. And that's where all letters come from, which are A, B, C, D. You can put everything with the ABCDs, circle and a square. And that's where you get your compass and your square, and they put the G in the middle. And that G is not the Most High, is to guard the words A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So the G, then the F, right? So it'd be 6. So the G is 7. 7 is said to be 7, but the 7 is not. It's not 7. The 7 is the word seen. S-E-V-E-N is actually S-E-U-E-N. The two V's is equal to double of the U. Right. So the U, the V is actually the U. So when they say 7, it's supposed to be se'een. Right. But this is the trickery, what they call pronunciation. Right? What they call it syllables. Syllable is the word sly and able. It's 3 words. Sly and able. Syllable. Syllable. Sly, able. Sly and able. Able to pronounce certain words. Able to project certain tones. To give certain commands to people. To rule. The rule it means life. And to rule is to rule life, which is R-U-L-E. The L-E is L-E, which is E-L, which is A-L, which is the source. L means the source. The source of R-U, or the source of U-R, means that you're ruling on earth. And those who guard the word, know the word, can rule. If you don't know the word, that's good. This is why they didn't want you to learn how to read. Read is to R-E, which means to bring back, like return. But in the bring back of the re, that was their definition, because the re to us was the ray, or the ra, which was the energy that we are. We are electromagnetic energy. Hallelujah! When we say hallelujah, we say to ourselves that the essence of who we are is Yah. Yah represents life. It's the same thing as Ru. So sometimes it may get a little confusing. Now the whole thing of me teaching the continent, because we are one family, familiar spirits, with different tribes, but we are one on earth as it is in heaven. You see? Now there's other creations that's in earth, but I'm not in earth, so we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the reality, the re, the energy, the re, R-E-A-L, the energy, the source, and how it applies, how it ties up reality to all of this. And it's cool like that. So what we're going to do, we're not going to wrap it up. We're talking about so many things at one time. You just have to keep going back. And I'm speaking to Colombia. I'm speaking to Cuba. I'm speaking to Haiti. I'm speaking to Brazil. I'm speaking to everyone. You may not understand the language of English now, but in time, you will see And in time, I will learn the Spanish and the French. Those are the three basic languages that we will be dealing with. Spanish, French, and English. Because they're all one and the same. Anytime you can spell the word with the English language, that means it's part of English. Okay, let me take your time. Anytime you can spell French with the English symbols, that's English word. It's just the location of the people who call it. The dialect is French. Anytime you speak Spanish, that's the English, Spain, English. Those are the people from Europe. Europe, they got roped up and out of Africa, which was called at the time Kush, or they call it ancient Kush, which was all of the Nile River, all that. Egypt, Sudan, Nigeria, all of that. Then they got purged out through Morocco, the tip, and they started going to the next hemisphere, the cold climate. Asia, it was also Africa, but then they changed Africa when it got invaded by the people that was in the Caucasus Mountains. That was the people that had purged out of the cold or the hot climate and got into the mountains area. We're going to get back. So we're talking about bipolar. If you got bipolar, stop taking that medicine and go for some natural medicine like chamomile tea. Is Google relaxing herbs. You know the other one too. Yeah, buddy. You don't need those psychotic medicines because they poison for your brain. It was not meant for that. Those was given to us by those who invaded us. And the first thing they gave us was smallpox. And then later, the same smallpox is the same thing they come up with the anthrax. And then the same thing they come up with all these other, all these scourges. Now Ebola and this, that. Every couple of years they have to come up with something to control the masses of the people with fear. And this is why we're going to purge them out. We're going to make America, the whole continent, a continent of love, a new world with a correct order in it. So, I get back with you. My name Dr. How you doing today? I'm doing good. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself. It's okay. You see? Recognize the mind, the brain to the mind, the brain to the body. You tell yourself what to do. To lift up, stretch out, go around, look this way, look that way, eye open, eye open, eye. Exercise. You have to move every part of your body. This society has a lot of restrictions where you'll exercise only in the gym. You can't run in the street. Sometimes you can, but most times you don't, because the way they got the cement hurts your knees, your joints, your hips. You have to be smart. See? We're going to have an exodus too, where people are going to start leaving the cities. And it's going to be okay, because we're going to control that. Anyway, Doc York, Mr. Americas, I'm here.